Hi guys, my name is Yuma and I'm the owner of Yuma's Beauty. Yuma's Beauty is a natural hair care brand connecting and empowering women of color to love and maintain their natural hair with our natural products. Our signature hair oil is Hair Bloom. It restores hair damage by replenishing the hair with natural vitamins and nutrients like vitamins A, vitamins K, vitamins E. It enables new growth and it restores strength and moisture to the hair. A little bit about me. I'm 22 years old, born and raised in Harlem. What motivated me to start a business was my own personal journey with my natural hair. I went through a whole phase in high school of just perming, relaxing, dyeing, bleaching, doing everything basically that you're not supposed to do to your hair. Getting to the middle of high school, I started getting into natural products. One of my hairstylists was like, hey girl, like, you need some help. Why don't you look into some natural products? And my love for natural products came there. I started mixing my own formulas and one worked for me, and that's my Hair Bloom. And Hair Bloom, like I said, has vitamins in it. It's made up completely of essential oils. It's completely organic, vegan, animal cruelty free, sulfate, silicone, and paraben free. So basically anyone can use it. So for a long time I thought I was going to be an obstetrician. It was this like apprenticeship that I did, like doctor's apprenticeship. And they showed me how long doctors have to be in school for and how little they get paid, like during residency. And I was like, this is not for me. I feel like, you know, the whole birthing process is just like, whoa, like, I don't know, you can't see that and be like, Allah is not real. That changed into modeling, no, singing. You know, I would always do talent shows. I was in chorus, which is probably so haram, but I have fun. I wrote my own music all the time. I started with poetry, then getting into writing music. Then that went there to modeling. Then there was a point in my life where I thought I was gonna be in pageant. I think it was a few weeks before the pageant is when I dropped out. I wanted to do it so bad. My mother kept telling me like, sis, you don't need this. There's no point. Like, you are better than this. And I'm like, no, like I have to do it. Until I figure out it's wrong and I figured out it was not for me. The only thing left was business. It was weird. It was like the worst, best thing that happened to me in my life because everything was going wrong. Everything that I thought I was going to do, it wasn't happening for me, but the whole time I had damaged my hair and I was repairing it, subconsciously creating a business for myself, and I didn't know at the time. I became confident with my business. I'm not gonna say myself because that's still a work in progress, but with my business and my product worked on me. Like, before I even launched anything, before I even began selling my product, I used it first. I was my first customer and it helped me. It restored my hair. I got my volume back, I got my length back, and most importantly, I got my strength back. You can have long hair, but it can be not healthy. And you know, once you damage your hair, your number one priority should be restoring your hair's health. At first, my brand was called Youma Beauty Co., as in like Youma Beauty Company, and it just didn't resonate with me. I wanted my brand again to empower and connect. So I changed it into Yuma's Beauty to make it a brand. Like, I want the name to have a feeling associated with it, feeling of empowerment, feeling of like connection, of women empowerment, black girl empowerment. Like, I get it. It's not even just like Yuma's Beauty, like, oh, she's pretty. No, it's like Yuma's Beauty, like she is connecting and empowering women of color, and that's beautiful. I think entrepreneurship is something that you honestly don't need to study in school to be good at. There's something called the MWBE. This is a program for minority and women-owned businesses sponsored by the government. So basically, it's just to get your business certified so you have the opportunity to conceal like contract agreements with government agencies. In order to even have a business, you need to have a developed product. It needs to look good. It needs to fit into your brand, whatever your brand is. And that was hard for me because, again, like, I've always been working. I've always had jobs since I was like 14. But again, I didn't know how to save money. So when it got time to like product development, that costs money. And I had a lot of trouble with that. You know, my parents were not able to contribute to that. You know, and even if they did, it wasn't as much as they wanted to, and I completely understand that. You know, but I overcame that because I learned, all right, sis, before high school you had all these jobs, you should have saved your money. And I overcame that because that's how I learned how to save money. I was able to develop my product. I was able to, you know, learn at Columbia Business School how to create a business model canvas, which is something that I strongly advise anyone to do. You know, as soon as you have a business idea, sit down, print it out from Google, go on YouTube, find out how to fill it out. It's very simple. And, you know, figure out your business, really. Figure out what you have, what you don't have, and what you need. You really need to sit and evaluate yourself from the outside looking in, right? So basically what that means is don't be biased. Conceal your emotions for 2 seconds. Have a seat and think, okay, what do I have? What do I need? And what do I want, right? Make a list, literally, because that's what I did. I sat, I'm like, all right, what do I have, right? A college degree. What else do I have? Access to Africa. I have, as a minority woman, access to all these resources that you know, are available in my area. Columbia Business School being one of them. MWBE certification being another one. And then I figured out, all right, what do I need? I need money, right? I need more education on entrepreneurship. The what I want list, I feel like, is very important, because that's when you really have to sit down with yourself and say, all right, am I just like BSing, or do I really want this? You know, like, is this something that's, you kind of have to do some like futuristic work in your head and figure out if what you want is actually like realistic. Like, all jokes aside, your emotions aside and everything, is this something that will really benefit you? And if it's not, if you have a hint of doubt, cross it out, because usually it's not good for you. Also, it can be easy to get sucked into like everyone else's opinions and suggestions for you. I remember when I graduated college, everyone had a suggestion. You know, and it's like, thanks, but you're making my life harder, because now I can't listen to myself, you know? Everyone's like, you should and you could and let's do it. I'm like, yeah, but you know, I need to make this list for myself first. Write out the pros and cons, you know, see, I'm very big on that, like organizing things. I feel like you see clearer when things are organized. There are a lot of grants for us. And when I say us, I mean women of color, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses. When you don't have a job, guess what? You gotta look for grants, because where's that money coming from? Not a loan, right? We made that mistake, we won't go there again. If you're a business and you get a loan, save it, don't touch it. The only time you use that loan is if you have the money the next day to pay it back. I was going through all these phases with my hair, with the weaves and the wigs, not so much wigs, but weaves, and like the dyeing and doing all of these things. Then I messed it all up, and I was creating these I was manifesting hair bloom before any of this, before it was a thing, before I figured out this is why I'm here on this earth, or one of the reasons why I'm here on this earth. So I grew up not in a rich family in America. I grew up in Harlem, and my parents are immigrants. Never taught me anything about money, business, how to build a business, the legal process behind establishing your business. Taking classes at Columbia Business School, I had to find out myself. The capital that I have, you know, to invest in my business, have to find that myself, figure that out myself, figure out what's credit, what's good and bad credit, what is a mortgage, what is a lease, because the public school system does not teach you any of those things. I have friends who grew up way in a better environment than I did. Their parents definitely set them up for after they graduated college, you know, whereas my parents came to America, and what their main concern was dinner at the table that night, the rent was paid, the lights were paid, and we had clean clothes to go to school. And now, you know, being first generation Americans, you know, and also African, we have to teach ourselves, so we have a harder job. But as a, you know, business owner, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you'll question your sanity, and you need people around you who are filled with light and love, and who will tell you like, you're okay, you're doing great, this is beautiful. You need that support. And I didn't have that, but I noticed that when I started to shift the people, you know, in my lives, it became different, became better for me. So again, stay away from the energy vampires. I preach about this all the time on my Instagram. Stay away from energy vampires, because they can really have an impact on you and you won't even know it. Don't be afraid to try things. You know, even if it's not for you, at least you learn. At least it's like, okay, I'm the type of person where I feel better knowing that I tried and it didn't work than I didn't try and it could have worked. The first investment that you have for free as a human being is time. It's very important and very crucial to invest your time in what you're good at. My business has changed because the more time I am able to, you know, put into my business, the more benefits I can reap out of it. Why was I able to do that? Because I quit my job and I forced myself to have the mindset like, well, this is the only way you can make money, so here you go. You know, sometimes you really just have to step out on a risk. After graduating college, I completely understood the world in a new sense. I completely understood that college degrees do not guarantee your success or happiness. I also understood that if I stood investing my time into companies and jobs, Youma's Beauty will never be where I want it to be, because this is something I'm creating for not only myself, but for a group of people who I feel need the help, a group of people who are underrepresented. And I studied international relations in school, so I kind of tie it into a little bit with what I'm doing as far as like fighting for rights, as far as women empowerment, but in my own way. Again, be yourself, you know. When I graduated, I thought, you know, yeah, like I went through a whole bunch of phases. After I quit my job, I just had that feeling like of relief. But when I quit, something was just like, you're gonna be good. Like, you're gonna be all right. So making sure that I'm sustained definitely is investing into myself. Whatever money I have saved will now go into things that will produce me money again. My time, using it more efficiently. Like, I remember the day I quit, something was just in my ear, that whole shift. Like, you don't belong here. You're doing an injustice to your people. You are building someone else's dreams right now. Like, I had to go to the bathroom and I really just had a mental moment with myself. Like, I just took a few deep breaths. I'm like, all right, are you gonna go or not? Like, you know, just make up your mind right now. And it was like that. I was just like, I'm out. That was such a big move for me because I was manifesting. When I left, like I said a prayer, I was like, Allah, like, I'm stepping out on the risk right now. Whatever it is that you need me to do right now, make it happen. I'm all yours. And again, everything is on Allah's time. You know, God will not let you down. If anything goes wrong, that means that you were meant to learn that lesson. You needed to be put in that situation. He probably warned you before and you didn't peep. So now you gotta learn the hard way, you know? I'm gonna be very honest. Prayer is something that for a long time I was struggling with getting better at, as far as hitting 5 prayers a day. Working, like, I would come home at like 2, 3 in the morning, wouldn't be able to pray Fajr. I would pray like, you know, really late in the afternoon. But now I'm way more on point with my prayers. The way I plan to expand my business, to make it a scalable business, is by more products, of course. Like, I'm really excited. As we speak right now, I'm formulating a lot of things, testing them out on myself. And my friends and my mom, who's like #1 tester for me. Also want to expand into skincare. Super excited to get in that industry, just because I noticed that whenever like I'm out with my friends or whatever the case is, people always ask me, what do you use? So I'm like, maybe I could turn that into a business. Because again, clear skin is a struggle. It definitely is. I have my days too. Nobody has perfect skin. But I think that I have some things that will help a lot of people. Working on a natural hair documentary that I'm really excited to launch next year. Stay tuned for that. So I'm excited. Keep up with everything that we're doing on Instagram, Youma's Beauty. Am I progressing? Yes. Am I happy with that? Yes. Am I where I want to be? No. Am I on my way there? I think so.